fiancé, not yet your husband. Our wedding is 3 months away. Just because we are going to be husband and wife doesn't mean I have to listen to you. I have my own feelings to Mia. Okay, fine. If you don't want to come meet my friends, I'm going to talk to your father. Go ahead. Who is stopping you? But also tell him that I have broken this marriage. What? You can do this, Jan Jungkook. I can and I definitely will. Get out of my office now before I kick you out. Don't forget one thing in your life. Don't dare to raise your voice in my office again. The girl Mia scoffed angrily and left without even a glance at Jungkook. After 30 minutes of her leaving, Jungkook's father stormed into the office without knocking. Mr. Jan, if you don't know manners, tell me. Let me tell you, don't enter anyone's room without knocking. I'm your father, so keep your attitude with you. Now answer me. Did you break off your engagement with Mia? Yes. Why did you do that? You know, this marriage will bring a lot of benefit to our company, dear. First, I said from the beginning that I don't want to get married, but you and your wife didn't listen. Secondly, you don't have to worry about this company because it is my mother's father's company. You have no right in this. So stop your fake dramas. You have never been a good husband to my mother or a good father to me. So you can rule my life. Don't try to control my life anymore. If you keep doing this, I will stop sending money to your family every month. If you don't marry, I will lose nothing, but it will be a big loss for you. You are already 26 years old, Jangu. You must have an hire before you turn 28. It should be also be your own hire. The child born to you and your spouse. If not, all your property will go to me, your father. Don't talk like you care about me. You made a deal with the Lee that if you marry me to his daughter, he will give you my property. Because after my marriage, my partner will get 50% of my property. So what? As your father, I will get this property anyway, and before that, I want to give you a proper life. But you ruin it. Now I have to wait only 2 years to get this property. Jungkook gritting his teeth. Get out. You have no one. Why? Because of your anger. If you continue to behave like this, there will be no one to worry about you after losing your property to me. After his father left, Jungkook pressed his desk bell. In a minute, his secretary entered the room. The secretary bowed to him. Taeyang, get me a cup of coffee and email the details of Mr. Kong's project. Sorry, sir, Mr. Kong's secretary had sent us a mail saying that his boss didn't want to work with us. Hearing this, Jungkook got up from his seat in shock. What? Yes, sir, I'm sending you the mail. Taeyang bowed to Jungkook and left the room. Taeyang mailed Jungkook within 2 minutes. Jungkook read the mail and punched the table angrily. How dare he? What's his problem if I get angry? It's not like he and I are getting married, stupid. He shouted in frustration. I have lost a deal for the third time this month. Come in. Here is your coffee and some pain relievers for your headache. But I don't remember asking for painkillers, Mr. Kim. I'm your boss and your duty is to follow my orders. You know I can fire you. Then I will be your 20th secretary fired from this job. I can get a job in any company but doubt you will get a secretary like me, Mr. Jian. Jungkook looked at Taeyang without saying a word because Taeyang was right. After he took over the company from his father, he fired 90 secretaries before Taeyang. Taeyang is the only person working as his secretary for a year. He is perfect in his work. That's why Jungkook haven't fired him yet. Sometimes Jungkook is impressed by his perfection in any work. He was the only one person who never affected from Jungkook's anger. He carefully handles Jungkook's anger with a small smile and a calm face. Answer me honestly, Taeyang. I have never wanted to ask this question to anyone, and the only person I want to ask is you. Why are you not bothered by my anger because of the salary you get? No, Mr. Jan, you may think I'm an idiot, but in my view, you are hiding your true self behind this anger. You don't trust anyone in your life because of your past, but still yearn for someone's true love. I hope you lost your anger after you find your true love. I need to check your schedule for tomorrow, Mr. Jam, so excuse me. As expected again, this man is telling the truth. Jungkook longed for true love after losing his mother at age of 7. In fact, there was no one near him who showed him true love and care. His father only married his mother for money, but Jungkook's grandfather wrote all his assets to Jungkook after discovering Jungkook's father's true intentions. After his mother's death, his father married his mistress and they had two daughters and a son. And so Jungkook was left alone in this world without true love, where his family only cared about his money and the people he thought his friends were only with him for money too. And so everything made Jungkook a cold-tempered man. He thought he would get love from his future partner, and that's why he agreed to marry Mia. But like everyone else, she tried to control him. Betrayal is the only thing that never had changed in Jungkook's life. Thinking of everything made him even more angry. So he ended up in a bar at night. Sorry sir, I can't give you any more drinks. You are already drunk. Who are you to tell Jungkook not to drink? Now give me the drink. The bartender sighed heavily and didn't move from his place. So won't you give me a drink? Then wait and see what I'm going to do you. He picked up his phone and dialed the first number in the call history. But before he could speak, he fainted. The bartender picked up the phone and told the caller the address of the bar. Time skips to next day. Take these painkillers, Mr. Jungkook. You should have taken a day off, Mr. Kim. Sorry, sir. Don't think I'm prying into your personal matters. If you don't have an alcohol tolerance, why do you drink uncontrollably? What would you do if someone took advantage of your drunken state? I know you don't need anyone's advice, but I'm saying this for your own good. You don't have any important work today, so take some rest. Jungkook took the painkillers. He lied down on the sofa to take some rest. You still haven't changed a bit, young, but you've changed me. He closed his eyes and fell fast asleep. An hour later, Taeyang walked into the room and found Jungkook sleeping peacefully on the sofa. He walked towards him and knelt before him. He stroked his hat gently. You have changed a lot, Cook, but still you look like a baby by your face. I hope everything will be fine in future. Don't worry, I'm here for you. He planted a kiss on Jungkook's forehead before leaving the room. 2 hours later, Jungkook woke up from his sleep. He felt better after a nap. He sat down in his chair and started working again. He was working on his laptop when he heard a knock on the door. He said to the another person, "Come." He frowned as Taeyang entered. "It's time for lunch, Mr. Jian. If my guess is right, you didn't bring your lunch again, so eat this." I remember it's not your job to do this. I didn't ask you to drink lunch. I'm not hungry, so take this food. Really, Mr. Jian? But your eyes tell a different story. Drop your attitude for a few minutes and accept the truth. You're not going to eat for anyone. It's for your own good. You should not hurt yourself. Taeyang left the room without waiting for Jungkook's reply. Jungkook stared at the food for a few minutes before started to eat. Why does this man do everything for him? A week passed like this, and since then, Taeyang always brought Jungkook lunch. It's getting used to both of them. But one thing is running through Jungkook's mind: why is Taeyang doing this? Now Taeyang is working in Jungkook's room. Jungkook ordered one of his staff to bring coffee for him. as Taeyang had some important work to do, so he didn't want to disturb him. The staff came back with the coffee, and when she tried to put the coffee on the table, her heel broke, so he tripped and the hot coffee fell on Taeyang. What the hell? Can't you do simple work done properly? Do you find it too difficult to hold a cup of coffee? The employee tried to say something, but Jungkook was in no mood to listen to her excuses. Get out of here! His scream echoed throughout the office. He anxiously walked over to Jungkook. Taeyang grabbed the tissue and started to wipe the coffee. Then, without thinking, he slowly unbuttoned Taeyang's shirt and started blowing on the red spot where the coffee fell. Taeyang was staring at Jungkook the whole time. He comes to his senses when he feels Jungkook breathe on his skin. He pulled away from Jungkook and buttoned his shirt. You don't have to do this, Mr. Jian. I will take care of myself. She didn't do it on purpose. You were harsh on her. But you are hurt, and there are burning red spots on your body. It's none of your concern. I'm one of your employees. Alright. He sighed and went to his chair. He pointed to the chair in front of his desk, and Taeyang sat down and started working. Taeyang, did I say something that day I drank uncontrollably? Did I say something inappropriate while drink? Taeyang looked deep into his eyes for a few seconds before shaking his head as no. Jungkook took a deep breath of relief. Thank God. He cleared his throat. Mr. Kim, prepare the meeting room. I will be there in a minute.